And hello everyone, welcome to another Let's Play of Final Fantasy XIV. This is Myrokos, and today we will be resuming Tataru's grand endeavor, this time doing what appears to be the Stormblood, an auspicious opportunity. Considering the only time that we've been dealing with auspices has been dealing with the Four Lords, I'm really looking forward to this. I love that quest line. If you like what you see at any point, please like, share, and subscribe on YouTube. Give me a follow on Twitch. Hit the notification bells. Hopefully this is a short one. And with that, let's get going. An auspicious opportunity. Regina has an urgent request to make of you. And we get another surprise reward. I don't think we got anything from the Heavensward one. I mean, we got the leather strap thing for the quest, but in terms of a reward that we got to keep, I don't recall that. Ah, Myrokos, you couldn't have come at a better time. Do you have a moment to talk? Sure. My thanks. You see, a foreign merchant approached the boutique with a proposal not long ago. Hancock of the East Aldener Trading Company. Perhaps you've heard of him. Yeah. Ah, so you have a history. No wonder Mistress Tataru declared him unscrupulous and deserving of infinite caution. Though there is risk in dealing with a man of such flexible principles, his knowledge of the Hingan markets would do much to bolster our efforts to make inroads in the Far East. That is why, despite her misgivings, Mistress Tataru seeks to negotiate a partnership, but for some reason or another, he has requested you be present at their meeting in Kugane. I realize business negotiations are not your forte, but we would be most grateful if you'd indulge his request. Of course, there is also the matter of our secret mission. Once it has been fully restored, this gorgeous sapphire will serve as the centerpiece of Mistress Tataru's necklace. I hope that one day she may look upon it as a memento of not only her mother, but of her many dear friends and allies. Perhaps during your visit to Kugane, fortune shall favor us with the discovery of an additional treasure to grace her keepsake. In any case, I believe that covers everything. Mistress Tataru shall meet you at the Ribi Bazaar in Kugane. I wish you a safe journey. Okay, so now we gotta go to Kugane. Right as dawn breaks. I must say, I like it when you can see clearish skies. Yeah, there are clouds, but yeah, being able to have clear skies in Kugane is always nice. Myrokos, I'm so glad you can make it.
Happy to be here.
I am equally thrilled by your arrival, though I expect I must apologize for the sudden invitation. Yes, you should, but more importantly, I'd like to know what the scheme is and how you intend to involve us. Oh my, so quick to assume the worst. You could be nicer, he's actually a nice person. I completed Mount Archon, he's actually a nice person. While I would love nothing more than to lay bare all my dirty little secrets, it would be prudent to discuss my proposal first. Loath though I am to admit it, a draper shop, but recently launched by the company has not been well received by the locals. Our intention was to promote the sale of imported apparel woven by the Oldon Weavers Guild. Alas, it seems Western fashion holds little appeal for the citizens of Kugane. Yeah, it's a very brief, momentary, fleeting thing, but it's not sensible for the Hingashi mindset. So we rethought our strategy. We would produce Hingon couture, but with world-renowned Uldan skills, kimono, as they are the favored choice of wear in the Far East. Or rather, that was our plan until our seamster fell ill. It was as I faced the unpleasant decision of abandoning this venture entirely that I chanced to hear of Tataru's boutique and the assorted Far Eastern style equipment that they had on offer. You are referring to our samurai and ninja-inspired sets of armor, yes? Indeed, by putting your exemplary goods on display, the East Alderner Trading Company would demonstrate that we, a Western trader, are capable of making garments suited to the needs of our local patrons. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I have been informed that you wish to establish a foothold in Hingashi and East Othard. What better way to make your Kugane debut than to have us showcase your quality wares? It's not without its appeal, I'll admit. I admit the perfect venture to gauge interest in our goods. Isn't it just? If I may take your grudging concession as a sign of interest, perhaps we can discuss the finer points of my proposed partnership. Oh, we'll be discussing it at length, but I have yet to see how any of this would require Myrokos' involvement. Good question. Indeed, I was just about to get to that part. Not long ago, I crossed paths with a group of certain someones who were eager to call on Myrokos again. I found myself quite taken with them, charming as they were, that I felt compelled to facilitate this reunion, and of course one can never collect too many favors. Alas, I know that you are predisposed to question the motives behind any invitation from the East Alderner Trading Company, and with good cause, I concede, so I instead invited you here under the guise of assisting Tataru with a boutique-related affair. I hope you will forgive this deception. Rest assured that you shall be rewarded for your aid in this matter with your choice of recompense. Just before your arrival, I took the liberty of informing my new acquaintances that you would soon be making landfall on these shores. They ask that you meet them in Sakazuki in the Ruby Sea as soon as you are able. I believe it is a matter of some urgency if you could travel there forthwith. Excellent. I leave them in your capable hands. Don't worry, I am no stranger to Hancock's tricks. I'll make sure to, not to agree to anything until we've settled every last detail. Just do what you need to do and return when you can. Well, for doing stuff in Oathheart, I actually think I need a change of glam. Let's see, where? No. Good heavens, which one was it? Ah, here it is. Ah. I do like that, this glam. I wonder if they're talking in the back. I wonder if there's any side dialogue, because sometimes you can catch the NPC. Tataru is not here. Oh dear. If you're looking for Tataru, she stepped away but moments ago. Fret not, I'm sure she will have returned by the time you attended to the matter we discussed. Wow, that was a quick discussion. I haven't even left and they're finished. Yikes. Okay, Ruby Price. Yeah, it's just sunny or partly cloudy days like this, and the Ruby Sea and Kugani are just absolutely beautiful in my opinion. Apologies, Myrokos. I pray you have not been waiting long. Hey, Sorbonne. You look surprised. Did Hancock not tell you who requested your aid? But never mind that. I am simply glad that you are here. How have I been? Well, my training as the next Genbu continues apace. I must tell you, my friend, each day has been more trying than the last. Why, just the other day, the auspices placed 99 wasabi-filled takoyaki on a platter before me and instructed me to divine which single ball out of the entire batch was not filled with that dreadful spice. Training to sharpen my foresight, they claimed, but it felt more akin to torture. By the end, I was reduced to a dithering sea turtle swimming in a puddle of my own tears. Oh dear, he ate them all. That is all to say, I am only marginally closer to assuming my place as one of the four lords. Get to the point already, Sorbonne. Hey, Genbu. Yeah, I was just about to arrive at it. Come, my friends, show yourselves. Why are they hiding? It has been some time, Myrokos. Well, I visited you like a few days ago. You didn't seem that bothered. I am relieved to see you in good health. I understand you have been through a great deal. Your concern is unwarranted. This is the man who quelled our Aramitama and inherited Tenzin's legacy. There is no trial he cannot overcome. You misunderstand me, brother, that, or you deliberately insinuate that I lack faith in Myrokos' capabilities. Enough. We indebted ourselves to the merchant to obtain this meeting. Let us not distract ourselves with this nonsense and get to the heart of the matter. Very well. You may not know this, but Senri's cravings for dango often brings her to Kugane. And it was during such a visit that she spied a suspicious individual on Kogane Dori. A man who not only wore raiments identical to Tenzin's, but who also claimed to be his long-lost descendant. This descendant was selling good luck charms, utterly devoid of benediction. His ploy is plain. He uses Tenzin's name to trick fools into buying his rubbish. Any who would dare sully Tenzin's name shall face my wrath. My flames will cleanse him of his sin and burn his soul to ash. Too merciful a punishment, I say. I shall personally render unto him every pain imaginable. By the kami, is it possible they have both succumbed to the Arumitama once more? No, they're fine. They're just upset. And the charlatan boasts of more than an esteemed heritage. He also claims to have the four lords at his beck and call. Well, that's rich. Insulting, yes, but I would still rather resolve this without flames and torture. But having lived apart from men for so long, I fear we may be ill-equipped to do so on our own. Hence, we have turned to you for assistance. You needn't agree to take anything just yet, but why don't we at least seek out this descendant and take his measure ourselves? I beg your pardon. Putting myself aside, the three of you approaching any settlement, let alone one as large as Kugane, would surely cause an uproar. Calm yourself, Soroban. You forget we are the four lords. 'Tis a trifling matter to assume a less conspicuous disguise. Let us reconvene in Kugane. This isn't going to be the bunny suit that Syria wore, is it? Because Syria wore a bunny suit to Heaven's Turn, if I recall. Let us return to reconvene in Kugane. Soroban is to go first, while we three shall make our own approach separately to avoid attracting undue attention, just in case. Yeah, if they're all wearing bunny suits, three personages showing up in bunny suits would be odd. And they're all in bunny suits. No, wait. Suzaku's in a rooster, or chicken suit. Long has it been since I walked the streets of a city of this size. I did so once to visit a tea house with Tenzin. I accompanied him in disguise. How my heart raced at the thrill and joy of it until a priest saw through my glamour. Oh, the commotion that followed. Do not think I haven't noticed you eyeing my costume. If you must know, I acquired it during my travels in the West. I am rather fond of its soft and fluffy texture. As if he didn't already have enough fur. We met Hancock by pure chance, recognizing us as the auspices of legend. He said he wished to help us out of the kindness of his heart. I almost believed him. Yeah, he doesn't do anything out of the kindness of his heart. It would seem we have managed to arrive with a little fuss. But only the kami know how long our presence will remain secret. Again, with the needless worrying, our disguises are perfect. None may suspect you are the four lords at a glance, but you are suspicious in the extreme. we could have used our power to assume the form of men, but those of keen sight would still be able to discern our true nature. The costumes were an innocuous alternative. There's nothing innocuous about them. Sunri said she found the swindler on Kogane Dori. Kogane Dori, yes. Let us head there and there at once. Gather around, friends, gather around. As you have no doubt surmised from my crimson armor, I am the proud descendant of Tenzin, the famous hero of Eld, who once slew an entire host of fearsome Oni. But do not take my word for it. Behold! In this hand I hold Tenzin's beloved katana, the Phoenix Blade. Oh, bullcrap. That's not Tenzin's katana. I've seen the real one. We used it to help empower the Ragnarok. That is a farce. I don't know what it looks like, but if he's got the Phoenix Blade, then he must be who he claims. Oh dear. Oh, a co-conspirator. This person's in on it. Idiots. The true blade has remained in our care since Tenzin's passing. Well, excluding the one brief trip to Charlan. But, yeah. I imagine that's a writing oversight. Something seems off. I see there are some who remain unconvinced. Very well, you leave me no choice. Allow me to introduce to you my sworn allies, the Four Lords. Oh dear, I'm almost afraid to look. Genbu. That's your signal. I expect my money's worth. Oh, so they just walk in? Introducing Genbu, the Total Auspice and Foreseer of Calamity. Kojin of the Red. Suzaku, the Avian Auspice and Master of the Flames of Resurrection. Seryu, the Dragon Auspice and Devourer of Young Maidens. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Last but not least, we have Byakko, the small and fluffy feline auspice. Why am I alone, a cuddly creature? Surely he could have hired a Rothgar or a Mikote to betray me. I'm a Mikote. At least you did not slander your character, a devourer of young maidens. Ah. What is this rabble? All who have heard the tale of Tenzin know that the Four Lords are beasts, not three mummers and a cat. These are the glamoured forms they assume, so they may roam the realms of men undiscovered. Surely you can imagine the chaos that would ensue if they went about undisguised. Meow. Oh, that's rich. Even so, there's no way they'd wear such ridiculous outfits. Oh dear. And yet here they are, dressed in far worse. This farce is infuriating. I will not abide him to mock the bonds we shared with Tenzin. We are of one mind, my sister. He must be silenced. Does Tenzin even have a descendant? There was nothing in the legends about him fathering any children. But there was mention of one who loved him more dearly than life itself. I, the woman to whom I owe my storied lineage, is none other than the sublime crimson beauty standing before you, Suzaku. What? Let him speak. Perhaps he is not wholly deserving of immolation. What? Like, we all know that Suzaku had an unhealthy love for Tenzin, but really? Ah, how easily your rage is quelled. Having proven my ancestry to your satisfaction, is it proof? Like, do you have a genealogical map? Can you summon flames? Having proven my ancestry to your satisfaction, my lords and ladies, I bid you partake of my good fortune, for I have auspicious wares to share with you today. Tenzin but countless Oni to the sword long ago, 'tis true, but only by the grace of these miraculous lucky charms. Oh dear. Not Omamori. And they're not even decorated, they're just plain red. Like, you could at least have put some effort into the decoration. Just one will confer unto you all manner of good fortune, good health, a happy family, scholarly achievement, financial success. Yeah, but you gotta... Okay. In Japan, they go to the trouble of actually putting inscriptions and stuff into the embroidered covering of the omamori, so that you can actually tell which one is for good health or good fortune, be it for a pet, be it for yourself, for a loved one, scholarly achievement, financial success. All of these are true, but they're usually decorated accordingly so you can tell which one is which. And romantic fulfillment, much more. But that is not all. Purchase a charm now, and I'll even throw in a stylish strap featuring a Forlord's design of your choosing. My stock is limited, so be sure to buy while supplies last. I'll take 2. No, 10. Clumsy co-conspirator. My blood boils to see Tenzin's good name used in this manner. As does mine. We cannot sit idly by and allow this to continue. I think our purveyor of good fortune is in need of a proper scare. Are you convinced as well, Myrokos? Yep. Let's put an end to this. Lest you worry, despite his preposterous depiction of me, I have no intention of harming this swindler. That so many would fall for such an obvious deception, no matter the age. Mortals see only that which they wish to. He is a most persuasive and cunning adversary. I was very nearly convinced I had given birth to Tenzin's child. Good heavens. You actually bought into that? He seemed quite pleased with himself as he packed up his stall. Business was good, no doubt. How shall we proceed? With care and preparation, we all saw how deftly he countered accusations of fraud. A more clever approach is needed. We must limit his ability to spin more lies. Have you any ideas, Myrokos? I could present myself as Tenzin's true descendant. The presence of a warlord should be more than enough to convince him. But am I his true descendant? I mean, during Stormblood, there was that whole bit about, spiritual reincarnation within the body, which is more or less true given the way the ethereal sea works. But also there seemed to be a hint that we were Tenzin reincarnated. It's possible we could be his descendants somehow. I mean, Grahatia is descended of Allegan royalty, and he's a Mikote, so... And thereby beat him at his own game. A sound suggestion. Still, we would be wise to prepare for contingencies. With me, Soroban, we make for Racen Temple. Then it is up to us to find and confront the swindler. As you are familiar with the city, I bid you lead the way. Speak with Suzaku when you are ready. We must track him down before he dishonors us further with his insipid trinkets. His customers may have seen where he went, so let us begin by questioning them. I would also know more of his true identity. Of all the heroes of legend, why claim Tenzin's name? The answer may help us to stop him without resorting to violence, since some of you apparently lack the stomach for it. Suzaku and Sariun are now accompanying you. Keep them at your side in order to proceed with quest objectives. You can leave your quest companions behind. Kami be praised to have met Tenzin's descendant and get this good luck charm besides. What a fool I was to doubt him, he who commands the four lords of legend. As long as I have this, fortune shall surely shine upon me. Oh, has my good luck charm caught your eye? If you wanted one for yourself, you are sadly out of luck. The merchant selling them said that that was the last of his stock, and he did not think he would be able to acquire more until he decides to use his trick again. But if you wish to hear it from him, he was headed towards Tasogare Bridge. You will know him by his attire. I swear he was the spitting image of Tenzin from the storybooks. No, he wasn't. I've seen him. His spirit, he looks nothing like him. She speaks of yonder bridge, does she not? Others may have taken note of our quarry as he passed. With this, perhaps I shall finally meet the one I've been waiting for. Oh, so she's... So she hasn't found true love. Have you seen a man claiming to be Tenzin's descendant? The one who was selling good luck charms by the dozens, you mean? No, he didn't come this way, but Kami give me strength. I'll never understand how some can be so gullible. Let us continue our search elsewhere. Well, look who it is. Oh, Kyoto. Oh my goodness. It has been quite some time. What brings you to Kugane this eve? Evening? I thought it was daytime. A hawker claiming to be Tenzin's descendant. Probably Ishu. I saw him not long ago. Yes. You know him? My peculiar and suspicious friend. There is no merchant in Kugane who hasn't heard of the entrepreneur. He made a fortune masquerading as Tenzin's heir. It's a brilliant scheme, very profitable. Tried to get in on it myself, but the Baron will suffer no competition. Who's the Baron of whom you speak? Not Kageyama. He's the only one I know of. The soy sauce one who... Kageyama, of course. Of course Kageyama is splashing coin again. A dangerous man, yes, with fingers in every pie. I fear him almost as much as I envy him. Their deception must be exposed. What can you tell us of Ishu? How many times do I have to teach the Baron the same lesson? Oh. The deception must be exposed as plain. What else can you tell us of Ishu? We don't know nearly enough about him. That's a good one to get more information. But I have to admit, I'm going with this one. Oh, you have had dealings with him, have you? Yeah, I keep kicking his butt every time he decides to take over Kugane Castle. That and I've bankrupted him in Crystal Conflict. If you know, then you know. Ishu, on the other hand, is still something of an enigma. A skilled seamster, dedicated to his craft, yet he partnered with Kageyama. I never would have guessed he had it in him. There is more to this than meets the eye. We must investigate further. Have you any ideas where Ishu may have gone? You want information? Yes, I want coin. Give me coin and I'll give you information. Don't give him coin. That can be arranged if you're willing to journey to Raisin Temple. Our friend Furi can escort you. A temple? And one I've never heard of at that. Wait, is it the sort of place where mortals fear to tread and malevolent spirits do dwell? Malevolent spirits? No, just a somewhat ominous crystal. I'll take your word for it. As for Ishu, he came to me and requested passage to the Isle of Beko, where he was to rendezvous with Kageyama. I refused. Better to not involve myself in the Baron's affairs. You understand. Gyoto, was it? You have our thanks. We shall fulfill our end of the bargain. You need not fear. You should not have promised him coin, Suzaku. There's no time to waste. I shall have a messenger instruct Byako and Sorobon to meet us at the Isle. Honestly, we should have just said, tell us where he is or I will kick him in the butt. We are the first to arrive. Ishu and Kageyama will want to keep away from prying eyes somewhere near these rocks. Perhaps let us take cover and eavesdrop on the conversation when they join us. Gahaha, a fine day's work, Ishu. It pays to have fools for customers. Master Kageyama, please, this cannot continue. I shudder to think how the Four Lords would react if they learned of our crimes. Oh, we know about your crimes. Remind me, who is it who delivered you from a life of destitution after you lost your job as a seamster? Pray tell, who? You, Master Kageyama, and I am forever grateful for your help, without which my family would be without house and home, but even so, what we are doing is wrong. want to wash your hands of the dirty business and be a seamster again? Is that it? But once the truth comes out, and I would see that it does, who would dare to trust you? No, Ishu. You're going to continue the act, or you and your kin will starve in the streets. So that's the way of it. Ishu was coerced by Kageyama into this performance, and for his family's sake, could not stop. Indeed, in light of this, how shall we proceed? We help Ishu, of course. We put the fear of the kami into Kageyama. Who are you, and why do you wear such ridiculous outfits? Hearken to me, mortal. I will suffer you to sully Tenzin's name no longer. Defy me and you shall not like the consequences. Sully Tenzin's name, you say? His flesh and blood are free to do with as they please, unless you can prove that Ishu is not in fact his descendant. I suggest you get out of my sight. Then prove it we shall. Oh, there they are. Up here. Myrokos, here! It is time we revealed our true selves to these mortals. Kami forfend. It cannot be. Oh, but it is. That flame-kissed katana you hold in your hand. Is that the Phoenix Blade? It is. For the crimes you have wrought in Tenzin's name, your punishment will be severe indeed. Beg not for mercy. Take heart, my dears, I shall make your deaths painless. Hearken to my melody. There is no turning back. Feel yourselves. Yeah, somebody, anybody, help me! What was that? Not only do you possess the Phoenix Blade, but the four lords themselves stand at your side. Tell me, are you Tenzin's descendant? Please have mercy. I beg of you. I vow to never again use the name of your ancestor. You have my word. I do not blame Master Kageyama for fleeing in terror, yet as odd as it sounds, I did not feel as though you meant me harm. No. A mere illusion and the man loses his head. Some baron he is. Yeah, if he can't buy what he wants with Gil, you know, he has no sense. It is thanks to Furi that we made it here in time, and now we can rest easy in the knowledge that Kageyama's scheme has been ended. You looked every bit as dignified as Tenzin did in his day. The Phoenix Blade suits you. At Tenzin's behest, I once played the role of a ferocious tiger to frighten the peoples of a land and drive them to flee before they were buried in a landslide. Yep. He took part in the deception as well, but to be honest, your acting put his to shame. Have you considered auditioning at the Mujikoza Theater? Honored lords and lady and descendant of Tenzin, I know not how to make amends for my sins. Though actions speak louder than words, I wish to say that I am truly sorry. Man or beast, we all make mistakes. I am told you are a master seamster. I might not go so far as to say master, but with my skill I managed to put food on the table. Then perhaps I shall have a word with an old friend. That can wait, Soroban. We must escort this man to a safer location. This is far enough. It is past time we returned home. We are once more in your debt. It is because of you that this affair could be clouded before Tenzin's reputation suffered irreparable harm. Thank you, Myrokos. Yep. Now that you are no longer bound to Kageyama, what will you do? Well, I know I must take responsibility for my actions. I will confess my crimes to the Sekisegumi. After I am released from my imprisonment, I shall take up an honest trade once more and not rest until I've repaid each and every victim of my deception. Ah, yes, I had been meaning to tell you, but I will let Hancock explain when he arrives shortly. Dreadfully sorry to have kept you waiting. Ah, speak of the devil. And the urchin girl came as well. It has been far too long. You are looking in green as ever, Soroban of the Blue, and once again, Genbu, that's Tataru. Though I am sure I'll have to remind you next time too. You are Ishu, the seamster Soroban spoke of, yes? If it is gainful employment you seek, the East Aldenard Trading Company would be thrilled to hire one of your expertise to work at our draper shop. The seamster in our service fell ill, and we've been looking for a replacement. I have no words. I am grateful, truly, but I cannot accept, for once I confess my crimes to the Sekisegumi, they will surely imprison me for a time. Ah, yes, the Sekisugumi. I had a chat with them not long ago. They are aware of the scheme. They are aware that the scheme was contrived by Kageyama, and that you too are one of his victims. You will be required to assist them in their investigation, of course, but you needn't steel yourself for even a brief incarceration. Hancock, you have our thanks for calling Myrokos to our aid. Oh no, not at all. I am pleased to have been of service. I have not forgotten our arrangement, Myrokos. Have you decided upon a reward? Oh, how that warms the heart. A material to help restore a keepsake of a dear friend. I have just the thing. I won't spoil the surprise now, but do look forward to it. I suppose we had better return to the city, but before that... you could have called upon me too, you know? It's not like I wasn't part of the whole saving the Ruby Sea from becoming consumed by roaring flames endeavor or anything. Oh, forgive us, Urchin Tataru. We assumed you were busy. That, and you did struggle mightily to help Myrokos restrain Soroban that one time, so there was some concern that you might prove a liability should it come to blows. Nevertheless, we will take your words to heart. Perhaps we should assume our guises and walk among men more often. It was a refreshing change of pace on the whole. I would not be against it. We were in a bit of a rush on this occasion, but with a longer visit, we might better appreciate men's curious ways. I have no doubt that we shall meet again. I but pray that the time comes sooner than later. You and me both. Yeah. More Four Lords content, please, Square. Until that day, I'll be sure to stop by the temple later. You know you are always welcome. The others would be thrilled to see you and Tataru both. Now then, I say we resume Soroban's training upon our return to the temple. Must we so soon? You did well to apprise Hancock of Ishu's predicament. He may now make amends by putting his talents to good use and continue to provide for his family. Indeed, 'twas behavior befitting one destined to become the next Genbu. The road ahead is long, but we doubt not that you are worthy, and so we want only to encourage you to reach your full potential. If that is how you all feel, I have little choice but to do my best. I can still hardly believe that Seiki Segumi only wished to question me. Master Hancock must have a way with words. Speaking of which, I believe he and Mistress Tataru will be joining us shortly. Ishu will be pleased to know that I've just finished making arrangements for immediate employment. May your profits soar, that you may give your family the life they deserve. Master Hancock, I do not deserve such kindness. I will do my best to earn my keep. I want you to know that I intend to work hard and make up for the many mistakes that I've made. Sorry if I haven't been keeping up with reading things in a timely manner. It is not much, but I have prepared a gift for you as an expression of my gratitude, a set of garments that I made before I was embroiled in Master Kageyama's schemes. The lords and ladies of Kugane once held my work in high regard, and I hope you will as well. You will also find a little something from me included within, a well-deserved reward. Wait, what exactly did you give Myrokos? Payment for introducing the East Aldernard Trading Company to prospective new clients. What else? I can't say I'm surprised you would try to peddle goods to the four lords themselves, but still, you have you no shame. Regardless, now's as good a time as any to inform Myrokos of the results of our deliberations. Said result being, we have agreed to an official partnership with the East Aldenau Trading Company, one which I will exploit for all it's worth to make Tataru's boutique a household name in Kugane. Aha! For my part, I pray that this is the start of a mutually beneficial partnership. To business, I would have a tour of this draper shop of yours immediately, if you don't mind. Sorry to cut things short, Myrokos, but time is money, and I have precious little to spare. Once you've seen to any other unresolved matters you have here, I'd be grateful if you'd return to Old Charlene and inform Megina of our new arrangement. I'm going to stop by the temple. I said I would do so. I'm going to go back to Racing Temple. Headed for the temple, or just taking a in the wonderful smoky air? I'm headed to the temple. I said I'd show up. Ever since the affair with Ishu, the four lords have acknowledged my potential. The slightest bit more. Indeed, my training has evolved from divining wasabi field takoyaki to divining wasabi field sushi. Well, that should be easier to do. We neglected to mention this earlier, but only those chosen by the Phoenix Blade may wield it. To be clear, we were relatively confident that the sword would not reject you as unworthy, but it nevertheless gladdens me to see that we were right, particularly since the rejection can be most ungentle. I cannot help but wonder if there is a living descendant of Tenzin somewhere in the world. For so long, I thought him lost to us, but if a part of him endures in another, I would be glad. We are all fated to one day die, and when my time comes, I hope to see my beloved again, but until then, I shall live each day to the fullest. Perhaps I might begin by visiting the Umineko tea house in Kugane and filling my stomach to the brim with mitarashi dango. That's not new dialogue. I want to, okay, Seiryu. You recall that we invited Gyodo here to remunerate him for aiding us in finding Ishu. Yes, when Senri greeted him upon his arrival, he screamed, "It's a trap!" and promptly fainted. We put him and his Koban on a ferry and sent them back to Kugane. Why a talking catfish should be afraid of a talking cat is beyond me. I won't tell you, you'll be missed, because you won't. At least that's what I'll say to anyone who asks. Gotta keep up appearances, you understand? Wink wink, nudge nudge, say no more, say no more. Doesn't speak too highly of the rest of us, that we could only hang back and watch as the Four Lords did all the work, but hey, we've got a few more millennia until we do. Okay, this is regarding the Four Lords quest line. Yeah, a lot of this dialogue is still. Perhaps if I remain here, she will return. Yes, surely that would be the best course of action. Is this Fox one interested in Tataru? I had made my peace with death before Coffee returned. Yeah, that's still. Okay. So they say, I visited again. I say again because off stream I was back here a few days ago. And off to old Guardian. Welcome back. Negotiations with Master Hancock were fruitful, I hope. Well, I expected nothing less from you, Mistress Tataru. As for Mistress Tataru's necklace, you say Master Hancock slipped a gift into the parcel you received from Ishu. Yes, may I have a look? My goodness, what a stunning set of garments. They certainly offer a taste of the Far East. As for the item Master Hancock set aside for Mistress Tataru's necklace, the sisters, black pearls. Do you have any idea how rare these are? They can only be harvested from black-lip oysters in the Ruby Sea. I cannot be certain until they have been incorporated into the necklace, but I believe the darker shade will serve as a contrast to the brilliant sapphire centerpiece and make it stand out even more. To part with such precious treasures, Hancock is either very wealthy or very well connected, or both. We would do well to maintain a good relationship with the East Eldoner Trading Company. But that is the boutique's concern. After all you have done for us, I am sure you want nothing more than a good rest. Thank you again for your continued assistance. When next we discover a client we'd like to add to our ever-growing list, I hope we can count on your assistance once more. Okay, so this is that glamour set that I had seen. Okay, and with that, this segment of Tataru's grand endeavor is complete. If you liked what you saw at any point, please like, share, and subscribe on YouTube. Give me a follow on Twitch. Hit the notification bells. And I shall see you anon, friends.